So, do you have one of these and need some charging cables for it? I've got you covered. Let's check it out. Now, I recently posted a video about the Victron Energy Blue Smart Charger, the 30 amp version that I use to charge my high capacity LiFePO 4 batteries that are primarily backup batteries for my ham radio station, and it works great for that. I recently had a need to charge a large AGM car battery. Now, if you recall, the Victron charger does not come with any charging cables. You're expected to provide those based on your application. Now, my LiFePO batteries have screw terminals. So this is the cable that I use for that application. I got this off of Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. But this already came terminated with ring terminals on it. It's a nice heavy 10 gauge cable, and all I needed to do was add my own power poles. This plugs directly into my West Mountain radio power gate for regular use or in my normal application. And if I need to charge or top off the battery for any reason, then I can disconnect this from the power gate, plug this into the charger, and I'm ready to go. Now, the AGM battery doesn't have screw terminals. It has standard battery terminals like we're used to on the 12-volt battery that's in our vehicles. So I needed a different solution. So I started looking for some alligator clamps that I could connect to some 10 gauge wire, add my own power poles, and I'd be off and running. As I started to look for a solution, this quickly became more trouble than I was interested in. When I was looking for a quality clamp, it wasn't clear what gauge wire the clamp would accept, or even how that wire would terminate or connect to the clamp. And then when I started rummaging around in my parts bin, I realized I didn't even have any more 10 gauge wire. So this was just already more hassle than I was interested in. But while I was scrolling through all of the endless Amazon options, I saw something that caught my eye. And that was a set of Amazon Basics jumper cables. Now, like all other Amazon Basic items, these aren't the best, but they're always serviceable and they're always reasonably priced. Here I had found a 12-foot set of jumper cables with what looked like some quality clamps. It was using some 10 gauge wire. Now this is CCA wire or copper coated aluminum, which, that's not the best, but I can guarantee you're not going to find 12-foot jumper cables with solid copper wire for $13. Not to mention, at that price, I could have it at my doorstep the next day. All right, so here are the clamps. And, the clamps are a good size. They got a good spring. They do have full copper jaws within the clamps. The jaws are formed such that you can attach to the battery either horizontally or vertically, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, these are certainly serviceable. The cable itself is a nice heavy 10 gauge wire with a heavy jacket on it. And that wire is double crimped to the jaws in the clamp. So nothing to complain about here, certainly for $13. They even package this with a little carrying bag so that you can throw it in your car. But these jumper cables are not destined for the car. They're destined for a date with a pair of scissors. Yeah, that's right. So what I did is I took this 12-foot set of jumper cables and I cut them at about 3 feet. So I have a 3-foot section of jumper cables and I've got a 9-foot section of jumper cables. And all I simply did, let me switch on over here. All I did was add some power pole connectors. So you can see this is pretty hefty. And I've got some adhesive lined shrink wrap on here to try to create just a little more stability. But these are on there quite well. This is a nice flexible cable. And again, it gives me exactly what I need. I can plug right into my charger, and now I can charge that AGM or any other lead acid type battery or any other type of car battery. So fantastic. And all for $13. I just wanted to pass this along quickly to you guys. If you have one of these chargers, or you're thinking about getting one of these chargers and you're thinking, it's going to be a hassle for me to find the cable to attach to the charger, it's really not that big of a deal. I would suggest using something like I did, create a stub or pick up one of those Samlex modular connectors and give yourself a power pole on one end, and then the sky's the limit in terms of what you want to use for charging your various 12-volt devices. And by the way, I was able to successfully charge that AGM battery, and I also picked up a spare set of jumper cables. I mean, those Amazon Basic jumper cables for $13, you can't beat it. It's always nice to have a backup for the vehicles here on the ranch. I'll leave links for both of these cables in the description, and we'll see you on the next one. 7-3.